Hello and welcome to episode 35 of my Minecraft Technic Hardcore Modded Skyblock tutorial Let's Play series. In this episode we shall continue on with the quests, and the quest we shall do this time is industrial animals. Now you may be been aware that I didn't do an episode last week. That's simply because I had to build a quarter of my world here. I mean, to do this quest I decided I didn't want to put too much strain on my existing infrastructure. What I would do is I had to build a farm, a crop farm, and a new power source for all of this that I've been developing over here. So let's take a look at the quest journal. Let's go back. So remember that I headed up here. That still hasn't updated, but never mind. So I headed up here. The last episode we did redneck fishing. I'm now going to do industrial animals. Why go through all the trouble of breeding and killing animals when you can have machines do it for you? I totally agree. The breeder works in a 5x5 area in front of itself. It will use the food in its inventory to periodically breed animals. Wheat for cows and sheep, and carrots for pigs, and seeds for chickens. We're interested in cows because they produce the most sewage and mob essence. Build a fence around a 5x5 area. Now remember what it says there, 5x5 area. Lead at least 2 cows into it, and while standing on the outside facing the cows, place the breeder. So let's go through the breeder, because this, there's many machines I'm gonna try and cover here. I want to show you how I've placed them and the correct way and the correct size. Okay, now first off, there's a tool you need to make. Okay, you need this tool. Let's see if I can find it. We're gonna need that tool as well, but let's find the tool that I want to show you. I know why, because I've stored it. So let's try and find where I put it. Wait a minute, I can remember what it's called. I just need a crafting terminal and I'll make one. This is what you need. Before you do this quest, have one of these. So let's put down crafting table, and it's called, of course, a golden lasso. There it is. This is what you want. Absolutely fantastic. So string, gold nugget, and an ender pearl. String, I must get a load more of that. Gold nugget. And an ender pearl. We only need one. Although, you know what? I recommend you make 2. Okay, so let's do that. Let's put this down. I really must, in fact, do a recipe for it in my ME network. Or I might even have one. I don't know. Anyway, just so I can show you this. Okay, what did I do wrong? I always do that. 50-50 chance of getting it wrong or right. I always do it wrong. Golden lasso. Definitely make yourself at least 1 or 2 of these. So useful, because what you can do is pick up an animal. Only friendly creatures you can do this with, not hostiles. So you right click to pick it up. If we have a look, you'll see hovering over it, it tells us there's a cow in there, and then right click and it places it down, and then it gets sucked through there. Right, okay, so we're looking at the breeder. Let's pick this up. I want to get away from these cows and go over here where it's a bit quieter. Okay, let's place it down. So in the quest journal then, it's talking about us making a breeder. So let's do that. The recipe for the breeder is as follows. You need 2 plastic, a golden apple, 2 golden carrots, machine frame, 2 purple dies and a redstone reception coil. So for getting the golden apple, I replanted the trees in my tree farm. I'm now doing oak trees so I can get apples from them. For the carrots, were easy enough through farming. The dyes you get through combining a red rose with a lapis lazuli. How do you get the red rose? Let's show you. Okay, so let's pick this back up. Oh, let's find my bed. The last thing I want is a creeper giving me a bad day. I do like the tanks. They're so nice for doing floors. I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool? Anyway, right, so how do we get a red rose? I'm going to go over here. Where's my wireless? There it is. Okay, to get red rose, it starts with bone meal. So grab some bone meal. Like so. Then you want to go to a grass covered area. So, excuse me, sorry. So you want to put down a load of dirt tiles. Then you want to use grass seeds. Remember, you get grass seeds by sieving dirt. Okay, once you've planted your grass seed and it's spread to all the tiles, get your bone meal, right click on any grass, bang, you're going to get a load of grass, and randomly you will get the yellow flowers and red flowers. So pick the rose up, that gets you the rose red. There you go, that's how you get that. Okay, carrying on. So that's how you make the breeder. So let's check the quest journal, see what it said about the breeder. The breeder works in a 5x5 in front of itself. Right, okay, so here's the breeder over here. Now don't worry about the what I've got going into it, to the ME network. You can see that I've attached a basic export bus, and what the export bus does is it exports the wheat. The wheat gets put in here. As you can see, you've got loads of wheat, and now the breeder is using that to breed up the cows that I've got in here. So remember, it said placing the breeder, you stand outside your 5x5 like so, and just put it on top of the fence like that, and it works perfectly on top of the fence. Now if you use your precision sledgehammer, it shows you the distance that it is going to cover, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It actually covers, I mean, you can see, look at the size of the distance that it does. It is this interior here. So it actually does a 7x7. That's what my gate is. So as I'm going to show you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So I've done a 7x7 enclosure because you can see that the breeder covers a 7x7 area like so. That's why I say don't pay heed to the 5x5. 7x7 works just as well. Okay, right, getting back to the quest. So that's the breeder, done and dusted. That's how you place it. You can see I've got power going in the top. and export bus going in the back. You only need to give it wheat. Okay, next, the chronotyper. Once you have a good breeding stock, it's time to start the automated breeding. At this point, you will need to separate the children from the adults. In the side of the pen opposite the breeder, stand inside that pen, facing out, and place the chronotyper. This will teleport babies to the other side. It also has a 5x5 range. Build another fenced 5x5 area for the babies to live and grow on the other side of the chronotyper. Now run and power to the chronotyper. So let's first show you the recipe for the chronotyper. Okay, there it is. So again, more plastic sheets. You're going to need lots of plastic sheets, so you may as well make a ton of them. You're going to need 3 emeralds. You're going to need another 2 of the purple dye, not a problem for you, now you know how to make it, and a redstone reception coil and a machine frame. That gets you the chronotyper. Okay, you'll notice there's my chronotyper just there. How do you place it? Well, like I read in the instructions, how do you know if you've got it the right way around? So that's what I want to show you, so you know that it's correct. Notice the triangle in the middle there, and there's a little dot in the centre of it. That should be facing your mature cows. If we go to the other side, the same triangle, but no dot in the centre. That should be facing the child side. And then as it breeds, as you see earlier, it will suck the child from in there over to here. Now you will notice additionally I've placed a couple of vacuum hoppers. That's picking up all of the experience that gets dropped by the cows mating and any other reason experience appears. So I'm not wasting anything here. Anyway, that's the chronotyper. You only need to run power to it. It doesn't actually need anything inside. You can switch it between moving babies and adults. I did the adults clicking on this by mistake just to check that there wasn't something else, and I lost 3/4 of my cows. So what can I say? Don't go there. Now I've got 4 cows. Not many though. I need to get more. So what in actual fact what I've done is I've used my golden lasso to grab a few of these cows, and I put them in a hut somewhere, waiting for them to get mature, and then I will drop them back in here this side. So there, that's the chronotyper. Right, moving on. Okay, next we have the grinder. Now that the babies are separated, we just need to wait for them to grow up so we can slaughter them. The grinder, which also has a 5x5 area, working area, excuse me, will kill the cows once they become adults and spit the leather and beef out the back. Standing outside the pen facing in, place the grinder in the wall opposite the chronotyper. Then run power to it and pipe the leather and beef items and mob essence fluid out. The mob essence is what this is all for. You may also notice that the breeder machine is causing XP to drop on the ground. Put a vacuum hopper somewhere in the breeding pen, like a few blocks above the centre of the pen, and then pipe out the XP into the storage. Don't forget to set the XP output facing on the vacuum hopper. Okay, to make the grinder. Two more plastic, inver sword, machine frame, 2 tin gears, 2 books, and a redstone reception coil. That gets you your grinder. Now remember it said 5x5 for the chronotyper and the grinder. Let's switch to the precision hammer. Oop. And you can see that that as well is a 7x7. Hence the size of my 2 7x7 pens. Oh, there's the timer, but you know what? I'm going to finish this. I started, so I shall finish. Okay, so there's the grinder. You face it like it said, stand on the outside, face inwards, and place it on top of your fence. All of these machines go on top of the fence, and they work wonderfully. On the back I've got a chest. And on the chest, oh, let's get rid of that hammer. I've got a basic import bus, which is grabbing all the leather and beef that the grinder grinds. Power to the grinder, which is run over there, as you can see. And so that's it, grinding up and getting me unlimited leather and beef now. Also the vacuum hoppers, which it mentioned. Remember that you need fluid ducts for the XP, so just run them. I've got them running to these tanks, but it seems to all be going through the sewage pipes, my XP. Right, let's check the quest journal. Okay, next, after the grinder, collecting the waste. Do you have any idea how messy cows are? Making a couple of sewers, put them in the centre of each pen, flush with the ground, and put a copper upgrade in each. Then pipe the raw sewage out to storage sewers. Do not need storage sewers. Sewers do not need power. So it says just run the sewage out to storage. Okay, so this is the last one. Let's show you. First of all, making the sewer. Okay, there's the sewer. So 2 more plastic, a bucket, machine frame, 4 bricks, which remember is just heating up clay in a furnace, a pneumatic servo, and the machine frame. That gets you 4 sewers. Okay, let's quickly sleep. Okay, so the sewer, you can see I put the copper upgrades what it said, and you can see that all the material is being sucked out straight away. So let's show you how I've hooked that all up. So if I go down a level, there's my sewer. So I've got a fluid duct running, running to it, to both of them, because I've got 2. They're piping the sewage into this tank, and attached to that I've got an ME fluid import bus, which is putting all of the sewage and the XP that the mobs are dropping into my ME network. I'm then porting that out to the other machines, but that's as far as I need to go with showing you this. Okay, so if we look at the quest, I can now claim the reward, and there we go. That's industrial animals, and I will show you how I've wired up the rest of it as we continue. Just lastly, before I end this episode, because I don't think it goes over. Oh, maybe it does. No, I don't think it does, actually. Let's just have a look at it quickly. Oh, no, it does. So I'll show you that in another episode. Okay, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.